So what we've been working on is this idea that I can distribute a product. What makes 7-8 unique is that they start to say, hey, what happens when there's a square here? When it's not just two binomials, but one binomial squared. Now, the advantage of what we're doing today is if you don't learn the rule, you can still get through a problem by brute force. That's why I want to start by reviewing how to get through this guy up here just by brute forcing it. So let's go ahead and write that out. If it's x minus 4 quantity squared, that's going to be x minus 4 times x minus 4, right? That's what squaring means. Multiply it by itself. So what I got to do from there is what we practiced last week. Distribute, right? So can someone give me a hand here? What am I going to write as the four products as I distribute these out? Okay, so the x times x gives me x squared. Then what? Minus 4x, because that's x times negative 4, so negative 4x. Then what?
Negative 4x.
Negative 4x again, so negative 4x. And then negative 4 times negative 4 is what? Not positive 8.
Negative 8.
Not negative 8. Positive 16.
Joking.
Yeah, of course, joking. Humor. Oh, I should probably actually make that look like a 16 and not a...
This is gonna
Blob.
take you forever to do this. This is why I'm telling
There.
you, you're gonna get really ticked off. By
You know, actually, it's just a matter of getting back in practice. I'm usually pretty good at it. What's up? Why is it positive 16? Why is it positive 16? Yeah. 4 and 4 is 16, timesing. And then negative times negative is a positive. Yeah. We got it. Now, here's the kicker. Because this is a binomial squared, it's x minus 4 times x minus 4. Take a look at what happens in the middle. I've got this minus 4 and minus 4. It's the same thing, isn't it? So that actually simplifies to negative 8x. So my answer is going to be x squared minus 8x plus 16. Yep. Now, yeah. Exactly. This part is not new. The brute force stuff we did last week, which is why I wanted to start with it, because I know a few people came up to me at the beginning of class and said, I'm a little fuzzy on the stuff we were working on last time. How's that work again? So I wanted to be sure we walk through this step by step. Now, when it's something like x minus 4 quantity squared, there's a shortcut you can take. Specifically, let me write this down. If it's something squared, you can save yourself some work and just take the first guy, square it, take the last guy, and square it, and then in the middle, you do 2 times a times b. That's the rule.
Why are you writing with that?
Okay. I wrote that because that's the rule.
I said, why are you writing it down with that?
Because that's a general form. The rules are always in...
Writing it down with that pen?
We already went over the beginning of class, Maddie.
Oh, I wasn't in the bathroom.
That's okay.
Wait, where'd you get 2AB?
You were like possessive.
Well, remember when I multiplied this guy out right here in the middle? I've got negative 4x and negative 4x. Isn't that the same? And that gave me negative 8x. Isn't that 2 times negative 4x? That's where the rule comes from. So if you know this rule, you can shortcut and get through these faster. But if you don't feel confident with the rule, you can just brute force it out. So in this particular example, when I look at what's here, I could just go right ahead and write out the answer by following the rule. It's going to be x squared, that's the first term, plus 16. You don't need to copy this because we already have the answer. That's the negative 4 squared, that's the 16. And then the middle is going to be 2 times x times negative 4, which simplifies to negative 8x.
Where'd you get 2 from?
This 2? That's part of the rule. So it's another way of getting through the ones that have the square in them without having to brute force it out. The most important part of this is not that we use this now, it's that you recognize it when we get into chapter 8 and we have to work it backwards. Where when you see this answer here, you can say, oh, that came from this back here. Yeah.
Does that work with the square inside the parentheses?
No. Only works when I'm taking a binomial and squaring it. Okay.